Am I the asshole for talking about my girlfriend's sister in therapy without her permission? The background is that they live together, so they come as a pair. The sister has anger issues. I attempted to inquire about the exact nature of her issues because some of the sister's behavior triggers my childhood trauma. My girlfriend told her sister why I was asking, in my view, violating our rule on discussing my therapy with others. Now I'm mad. I've spent my entire week off trying to explain to my girlfriend's sister why it's a good thing I'm discussing our relationship, so I get mad at her less and feel less upset. My girlfriend is telling me I have to accept her sister's consent. My therapist is saying, what consent? I nearly missed a master's deadline because I've been worried sick all week trying to fix our relationship before it implodes. Additionally, I put this to my girlfriend in a moment of anger, saying I'll blame her sister and her for not talking to her sister herself if I fail my master's. I didn't mean this, and now my girlfriend is talking about breaking up. Am I the asshole for talking about my girlfriend's sister in therapy without her permission? I'm going to let you go. I'm a therapist. I do this. I'm going to let you go. I want to hear what you got to say.
Oh my. I don't know if asshole is the correct adjective. This is just I guess this is the beginning of me realizing I'm getting old.
You've been old.
No, I haven't been old.
You've been old.
But that's, the whole thing is bizarre. No, you're not, he's not an asshole for talking about.
Whoa, why are we assuming it's a he?
Didn't you say he?
I never said he.
I thought you said
2023, girl. Don't be assuming.
I thought you said
No. Oh, no. That's your bullshit. I'm not assuming. I don't assume
I thought you said he.
Gender or sexual
It
identities.
was about assholes. I don't think they're an asshole for talking about
Thank you.
girlfriend, sister in therapy. You can talk about whatever you want in therapy. And if it was affecting them, what does it matter? So no, I don't think that. I think that person is, I don't know. I think they're going to need a lot more therapy sessions because.
I got it from here.
Yeah, he got it.
The fuck are we talking about?
Exactly.
What the fuck?
I want to care.
I hear people talk to me about what therapists are and all this kind of stuff and what therapy is. Love it. Love to hear it. I'm glad therapy is a conversation now. But some of this shit is just like, what? First,
who cares? I don't even understand how you ask that question.
I'm not going to minimize the person's experience, but you're mad that your girlfriend is talking to her sister about your therapy because you're talking about the sister in your therapy. This is too much. I'll be honest with you. Anytime one of my clients says, yeah, and I mentioned how my therapist said, it blows my mind that people actually talk about their therapist in conversation. I think it's because it's me. And it's like, you guys talk about me? Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lack of depth there. I don't know what they're talking about or why that's even a discussion.
What the fuck is it? What's the argument? Like, what are you angry about?
Question. And if she's gonna break up about that, I don't really know what you had in the first place.
Wait, you've been arguing this the whole week you were off,
and you're worried about not me. Like you let that take place. I think you're gonna fail anyhow, and you're just looking for an excuse.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what that sounds like.
Okay,
it's like misdirection of what you were working on. Like
that shit sounds wild to me.
Yeah, that's like but what is that, like a high school or something? I don't even understand.
You can't talk about my sister in your therapy without my sister's permission. That's wild.
Or how about not talk about what you're talking about in therapy?
Boom.
It
doesn't have to be a secret. It doesn't have to be a secret,
or why
right?
be with somebody that you can't talk about what you're talking about in therapy? To me, it's like you can look at it any kind of way. There's something just.
I talk about you all the time, and I'm the therapist. So, there are no rules on what you can talk about in therapy.
I agreed.
Talk about what you want to talk about.
Agreed.
Talk about your girlfriend's sister. I talk about my wife's sister, and again, I'm the therapist. So yes, I talk about both of y'all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a message. I gotta edit that shit out. You could talk about who you want to talk about who you need to talk about in therapy, as long as it's relevant to you, and hopefully the therapist can redirect to what is relevant for you. Talk about what you need to talk about, and if it's a sore issue, if you don't want your girlfriend talking about your therapy with anyone else, maybe you shouldn't be telling your girlfriend everything that you talk about in therapy. Doesn't have to be a secret, but maybe you need more clarity on boundary setting there before you start sharing all this. Because all this could have been avoided if you just shut the fuck up. So you're going to be in therapy a little longer, I'm thinking.
I agree.
Yeah.
That, or they see that girlfriend's just not for them.
Yeah, the relationship sounds trash overall.
That sounds like a complete waste of time.
Like, dude, is this person homeless? Like,
that's another
go home.
Too. Like,
they come as a pair. No, they don't. They just live together.
Like I said, there's more there.
There's always more there.
Yeah.
Stay in therapy. Study for your master's. Mm-hmm. Break up. I feel like I'm always telling people break up. I was so happy like 2-3 weeks ago. I told a new client, no, this sounds like a relationship. You should really put the work in. Mm-hmm. I was so excited. Because then like the next 3 people, I was like, this is done.
Yeah.
You know what I see in relationships? This is already done. You just don't know it yet. Like it's what are you doing?
Well, that's people. That's like the saying that you can't tell people, they have to like go through it.
Facts.
So
facts.
Kind of hint at it, but that's.
I don't hint. I don't hint. So many people start a therapy session and they say, "I know you can't tell me what to do." Who told you that shit? I'll tell you right now. But when I tell you in that first session, it's not going to mean anything to you. It's not going to have a value for you because you have to learn. So I can tell you, but it's not going to actually help you. You have to learn it, see it for yourself, live it for yourself. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm just one person. It's not like my opinion has that much power in the universe or in your universe. But no, I would say in my own opinion, and hella biased, I know, I would say 80-90% of the time, what I call in that first 2 sessions,
it's not really accurate.
Yeah. That's just it's experience. I've seen this.
What I think people get caught up in, I do think people change and relationships can evolve. But
you're saying people switch up.
But I don't think that's the norm. So people are anticipating and waiting for that 3% chance that's going to be different for them. And
everyone thinks they're special. Everyone thinks they're special.
And I think that's what they hold out for.
Yeah, like they say women try to change a man. I can change him. I can fix him. That's not really my experience. In my experience, it's both.
Yeah, like, I think men think they can change women too.
Because she'll see how hard I work and how deserving I am. And you know, she'll love me. And it's like 10 years later, you're mad because she like only likes that you produce things. Like, oh, you're making less money. It's a wrap. But like that's how you led with your pocket. That's what Cash told me. That you lead with your pocket, and then you're mad that she wants you for your money. But that's what you started with. That's what you said you brought to the table. That's what you said your value was. The money.
I think for some people that's all they have though, honey.
All right, let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
You are a woman of color.
Yes.
You identify as that?
I identify as a black woman. So
you
black is a color.
Oh,
so
my.
I'll take that.
Wakanda? Right. All right. So you're a black woman.
Uh-huh.
Right? Now I damn near lost the question. So you're a black woman. You identify as a black woman.
Okay. Yes.
That's not even the language you use. Identify.
I'm a black woman.
So you're from the 80s. Keep it a buck. Like
I've already answered.
Okay.
I don't know how you want.
All right. Let's slow it down. Okay. So you're a black woman.
Uh-huh.
Damn, I'll be honest with you. I forgot the question. It was so clear in my mind. The Wakanda thing threw me off.
Well, what I was going to say is that some people don't have anything but money. They're so poor, all they have is money. And sometimes they have to get with someone so that they can evolve and grow into a person. So again, some people may lead with that because that's all they have to give. And they don't know what it is that they have, or they don't know what it is that they want, and they got to grow into that. So that's all that they have. And I told
them like months ago, they need to like heal themselves and then do the relationship. You're telling me everyone's not listening?
But they don't want to be alone, honey. There's mammals. They don't want to be alone. So there's going to be some casualties.
It's a lot of casualties.
There's going to be some casualties along the way.
Yeah, but I'm the one picking up the casualties. So like it's rough.
Yeah, that goes
It's
back.
rough. I see a lot of hurt people. I see a lot of hurt people staying together just out of that. Like, I'd rather be hurt and miserable with you than hurt and miserable alone.
At the end of the day, those are decisions that people have to decide, and they have to be okay with that. Because someone hurt with someone else may be in a worse place by themselves.
Well, what I see is that I'm hurt and I'm looking for you to fix me. Why aren't you fixing me? Why aren't you fixing me?
Like, I could do bad by myself. What I got you around for?
Yeah, but it's like, no. You were doing bad.
Yeah. Y'all both hurt.
Yeah. Y'all both
So
crashed out. Y'all was both
together.
down bad.
Getting hurt together.
And it's like, it's like, I mean, I don't want to name no names, but it's like, hey, ever since you've been in my life, things been terrible. Nah, fam, your life was like trash before. And then the trash energy attracted someone who was also of a similar trash energy.
Yeah.
And both of y'all pH balances is off and shit. And like it wasn't the other person. But it's so much easier. I'm gonna point the finger at you because I can't point the finger at me.
Right.
Because then I'd have to do something.
But that would take, to me, a giant step out of both of them to recognize that, to work on that. Right. So I think that's life.
Okay.
Right.
All
Broken attracts broken.
Is there any hope for marriage? Is there any hope?
And then there's a small percentage where a broken attracts unbroken and help fix the broken.
I don't like saying fixed. Because you're not broken. You're hurt. I'll say hurt. I don't like saying broken.
I meet people who are broken. They're broken. They ain't hurt. It's broken.
I meet broke people.
Well, broke is different.
All right. Is there any hope for relationships, for couples? Is there any hope for the institution of marriage as it has been known? Is there any hope?
So I think there's absolutely hope for marriage and relationships.
Okay.
I think 100%. Marriage, as it's been known.
As it has been known.
I don't know what that is because it's changed.
I don't think it's changed.
You don't think it's changed?
I don't think it's changed. I think the things that have changed before, if we're talking about heterosexual relationships.
Okay.
Before, we go 100 years back, right? Women aren't allowed to work for the most part.
Okay.
Which is always like a kind of cap saying, because it's really white women that were like working. Like black women always been working. Like that's not like a traditionally.
Well, I mean, even if you go back a certain amount of time, I think that there was the white women, they still did work. They didn't go to a place of employment.
Well, they did.
But the housewives, they actually worked. A lot of them did. Like
where?
Like at the house. They cooked, they cleaned, they had to sew, they had to go pay. Like they were working.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna say that they didn't work.
Yes. I agree with you. But I'm talking about employment.
No, I agree.
Employment outside of
That's
home.
different. That's different.
So there was the norm of women not working for employment, for income. And as such, you had to really kind of lock in with a man, and you took care of this and he took care of that, and that was the arrangement. And I think as women have earned more money,
still not the same amount for the work. But
although oftentimes out earning their male counterparts at the same time, which is interesting to see that juxtaposition. Suddenly men are like, oh shit, before you would just stay because like I had the money. Now I got to have a personality.
Right.
It's like, oh shit, I can't have a personality. You should expect less. Like, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. But at the same time,
I think that
but at the same time,
that's a fair.
But at the same time, there's the other side of, I think women were allowed to have feelings, and now men are like, no, we have feelings. You just didn't give a shit to hear about them. And now I see that as being a problem too, because like men's emotions matter.
You do.
But a big part of patriarchy, capitalism, sometimes they're interchangeable, is that men do not have emotions and men cannot express emotions. And now you have a slew of men who do not know how. And you also have a slew of men who are recognizing, hey, I'm actually going through some shit. I need to talk about this with someone. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of men who are hurt by the women in their lives and they don't feel that they can trust these women because oftentimes those women will then use the feelings and the emotions that a man expressed against them.
I think men do the same thing. I think that's just people.
Yes, I do think it's just people. The difference is it is socially acceptable for a woman to express emotion.
At the same time,
if a woman goes live right now, he cheated, I'm so sad, and she's crying and all this, men and women gonna be like, oh my God, girl, he ain't shit. Oh my gosh. If a man goes live, she cheated, oh my goodness, I'm distraught, and he's crying, it's gonna be like, hey, bro, like, that's how it is. Like, tighten up. What you crying for? Like, that's just, keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Keep it a stack.
I think I'm not disagreeing with what you're
saying.
All right,
how many times have you seen your mom cry in your life?
Oh, I see my mom crying.
How many times have you seen your dad cry in your life?
I see my dad crying.
I said numbers.
I don't know numbers. I didn't count them.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. There might be equal.
I doubt that.
my mom's
I don't see your mom cry like 5 times in an hour.
That's now. My mom's not a cry.
We gotta edit all this shit. I don't want no smoke.
No smoke.
I don't want no problem. I love my mother-in-law. Me and my mother-in-law are like this. I don't want no. We editing all this shit out. This shit got to go.
I think there's also another part of that too, where women are supposed to be more emotional, where some women are just not.
Like yourself.
Yeah.
You think you're not that emotional?
No, I think I'm emotional.
I think you're hella emotional. I just think you're colder about it. Not that you're a cold person. I don't think you're a cold person. I don't think you're a cold person. I don't think you're a cold person. With me.
No, with you, absolutely not.
I think with me, you are a fuller person. Mm-hmm. A little. You're a little shut off from like some emotions, but like with me, I see a fuller person. Mm-hmm. But I think you're colder on the outside, like in the outside world. Mm-hmm. And as such, you might be I imagine you're called a bitch often, like in the workplace. Never by me.
I could agree with that.
But, in the workplace. Like, this bitch. Like, I imagine that's like
there's always, but the correction is that bitch.
Oh, you that bitch. Hello, my bitch. Hello, my bitch. Hello, my bitch.
Yeah, but I think that's also right or wrong. It's
Let me ask you a question.
I keep my boundaries.
I don't really care about all this man woman shit. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. Doesn't this feel natural? Yeah. You talking with your dog. You talking with your day one. We just got some mics on. You at home. You relax. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even wearing the rugby. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. Sawyer solves it.
You got it.